Hi, I'm Donna Williams. Welcome back to Visions. Here in the studio today we've got Mel Young, who is the founder of the International Homeless World Cup. Over here we've got Alan, who's one of the athletes in the International Homeless World Cup here presently. And we've got Louis, who is the coach with Manchester United and is managing the England team here.
Coaching the England team.
Coaching the England team. I don't really know the difference between managing and coaching.
Probably isn't one, but it's a title. So.
Okay. So you're entitled to your possessiveness of it. I'm going to ask each of you about your vision for a more just, humane, better future. Alan, can I start with you?
Well, I think homeless people feel isolated at the minute, and events like this bring it more into the limelight, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think the more things like this will happen, the better, you know what I mean? Because it highlights the plight of homeless people, and the more we do things like this, I know it's helped me, as I said before, make giant steps in my life, and it can only be a good thing. So
more opportunities for inclusion?
Yeah, it's like a ripple effect. It doesn't just affect the homeless people, it affects their families as well. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And like when you're doing things like this, your family all rally around you, do you know what I mean? Sometimes they haven't bothered with you for ages. Yeah. They see you doing something positive.
That's great.
And get behind you. It brings families back together, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, for some people, that won't be an opportunity, but I'm sure there'll be other ways in which their lives will be enriched, and just perhaps that feeling that they can pass those things on and it better connects them.
Well, just while I've been training for this and while I've been doing this, I've met that many different people from that many different backgrounds, and really, I mean, this homeless World Cup, it knows no boundaries, you know what I mean? It doesn't care where you're from, what colour you're at,
so
what
you're a man of the
religion
world
you're at.
now.
Football's an international language, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and coming over to you, Louis, what do you see as your vision for a better world, more just society?
At home we're involved. We have a massive community programme, and I think this is bringing the world community together. It sounds cliche, but football, it's known everywhere, soccer, whatever you want to call it, and every one of us here is passionate about it. But I represent Manchester United and England on this, and these guys are playing against 55 other nations, men, women, only barely just past being children, and there's no difference apart from what it's bringing home is there are homeless people. And, which is wrong, as Mel says. I'm aware of homelessness, but it's levels of, and within that it's the poverty. Our players will tell you they're homeless, and they are. It's to what degree. They shouldn't be in England, but they also appreciate that the disgrace of how homeless some people are because of the wealth distribution.
And often people won't even say hello. It's just such a simple thing.
I mean, it's like here, it's a competition, and I believe it should be a competition. There's different levels of ability there, and the only thing they fight about is football. They don't fight about colours, they don't fight about where they come from. And again, it sounds cliche, and it's not, because they're passionate as homeless people.
So that whole uniting thing. Mel, your vision for a better future?
Oh, and my vision for a better future is you just have a world that's much fairer. I mean, I just think that what you've got now in the world is you've got the rich getting richer. You've got individuals that are richer than whole countries.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you've got poverty where people can't even get to water. They're dying because they can't get to water. So on the one hand, you've got this extreme richness and extreme poverty, and the gap growing, and more people falling into homelessness in the world. So to me, that's just not sustainable. As a planet, that is not sustainable. So what you have to do then is you have to work out ways in which you can change that. And I think that we all have a role to do something. I'm a great believer in if you do something. So if I say there's 1 billion people homeless in the world, you can't handle it, your brain. But if you say, well, let's see what we can do, and what we do here together, the three of us, is we kick a ball up, we get involved in the football.
So at least start somewhere.
Start somewhere. That's
and provide the opportunities.
Exactly.
Don't just grab all the opportunities for yourself.
That's right. You need to start to do something and try and do something together. Then you can make the change. And football is beautiful, but from that, because it's a global language, as Louis says, and you can apply it to every country. So you just follow us.
And if you don't know where to start, ask. Yeah, because if you, no point sitting there saying, I don't know where to start. Ask homeless people, what can I do?
I mean,
where can I start?
Well, that's a key thing. Ask homeless people. It's far too often people don't listen to the people living in poverty because actually they have the answer a lot of the times. So.
Okay,
One of
everyone.
our guys said this week, it was a great little catchphrase, each one teach one.
Yeah.
And you can take that.
It's cool. Okay, guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All the best with the Homeless World Cup. You're watching Visions. I'm Donna Williams. See you again.